Hello guys and welcome to another exciting video on this channel. In this video I'm going to show you how to fill a W-8BEN form. Now before I go into detail and show you how I fill this form, there is a disclaimer that I would like to put here, and that is I'm not a tax lawyer or a tax attorney. This is not a legal advice or a tax advice. So if you want to you maybe consult a tax attorney, tax lawyer, that would be a lot helpful for you for your specific purpose and maybe for your individual case, but this is a general thing that I would like to discuss here, and this is mainly focused on that type of earning when you are earning as an individual. Remember that this W-8BE form is filled when you are earning as an individual, not as a company or any entity or any other kind of corporation, something like that. So make sure that you are an individual and you are earning for selling copyrighted materials like photographs, graphics design, vector graphics, any kind of thing like that, or maybe you are selling microstock, you are selling through print on demand platforms like Must by Amazon, Redbubble, Zazzle, and similar other platforms. So if you are not in those categories, maybe this video is not for you. And if you are in that category, and make sure that you watch the video till the end, and hopefully you will be able to get some good tips in this video. So without any further delay, let's get started. Now this is the W-8BEN form, and this is currently the latest version of the form. And for most of as I already said, I'm not a tax lawyer, so there might be some terms that I will not be able to explain, but I'm sure that I will be able to get you through all of these fields that are required to be filled as an individual. Make sure that you are filling it as an individual, not as a company. So if you are filling it as an individual, hopefully this will be helpful. So at the top there are some instructions. Make sure that you do not use this form if you are not an individual. That as I have already said, and you are a citizen. If you are a citizen, US citizen, or other US person, including a resident alien individual. So if you have a US passport, you are living in the United States, maybe this is not the form that is required for you to be filled. And sometimes when you get this form, some of the marketplaces, some of the websites, they already fill certain fields for them, so that you do not have to go through all of this kind of like legal style language and all that, because it's kind of confusing for any I would say that an individual who does not have any background in legal kind of platforms or maybe legal education, something like that. So some companies do fill it and it's very helpful, but some companies do not fill any kind of information and you have to fill it by yourself, and Zazzle is one of that company. I think Spreadsheet is also one of that company. And also you might have noticed previously that for some companies you do not have to fill this kind of form, and that is because those companies are not based in the United States. So for example, Redbubble is not based in United States, and same is the case with Pond5 if you are selling that stock videos. So Pond5 is not based in the United States. So this form is required for only those companies who are based in United States. So let's get back to the filling this form. So some of these fields are quite, you can say that, self-explanatory and easy, and I might not spend much time on it. For example, name of the individual, country of citizenship, but make sure that the name and the country of citizenship and the permanent address that you put in this field is the same that you put in that particular website's profile. So maybe if you are selling on Spreadsheet, so whatever the name and the address and country of citizenship you provide in that profile, make sure these are the exact name and the exact address and citizenship, and also make sure that the spellings are correct. If even a little bit of misspelling, maybe you have using as a non-US person, you might pronounce your name with E, or sometimes it is also pronounced with I. So if these kind of little mistakes happen, your form will be rejected. So again, the next thing is the mailing address. Sometimes it's the same as it is self-explanatory, and up till this point field 4 it's also self-explanatory. Now then there is a field 5, that is US taxpayer identification number. So if you have a US payer tax identification number, for example an ITIN, then you should put it here. And most of the cases we do not have an ITIN because we did not get the ITIN for any reason. And in that case what you will require is to provide a foreign tax identification number. Now the foreign tax identification will be your local country's tax identification number, your tax identification number that you use for paying taxes. So from country to country it's called different things, it's named as different title, different, and it's called different thing. So maybe for my country it is called something else, and for your country it might be called something else. So I'm not going to explain what is called the tax number. So make sure that it is that number which you use to for tax purpose, for paying taxes in your country. Then the next is the reference number. See instructions. So the reference number is sometimes is always filled by that company which is requiring you to fill this form. For example, spreadsheet provides a reference number and they already I think provide it in your profile, and you can put that reference number here, but for most of the cases reference number is not required. It is only required by those companies, so you do not have to, I think, fill it, but if you're working on spreadsheet you will put the reference number in this field. Then the date of birth, of course that's your date of birth that is mentioned in your legal documents. Then the next part is the part 2, that is the claim of tax treaty benefits. Now this is very important that to fill on this section, because I've seen many people struggle with this on Zazzle and their forms were getting rejected. So the first section 9 section is that I certify that the beneficial owner is the resident of what country. In this field you need to put the name of the country and the same name, country of citizenship that you put here in this thing. Okay, the next thing is the special rates for special rates and conditions if applicable. So certain countries have tax treaties with United States, and they have certain articles, certain paragraphs, certain you can say, I'm not sure what the legal term is used, but certain paragraphs and certain treaties that can help you get a lower tax in the United States for certain kind of materials, for example copyright materials. So for that kind of these articles and treaties, I would go back to the IRS website and show you how you can find your this tax treaties, these articles for your specific country. Okay, by the way, this is the page to fill the form W-8BEN, instructions to form W-8BEN. So if you want to go through this page, I'll put the link in the description below, so you can visit this page and see what are the requirements and instruction in detail. And also I would like to point out here is that it is required also for the royalties. So if you are selling print on demand products, copyrighted material like photographs, stock microstock photography, microstock designs, stock video, so it comes under this royalties section. So that I wanted to show you in this page. And the next thing, the thing that I have mentioned in that article, section 10 of that form, is that there is a publication called publication 515 of the withholding tax arrangement, and you can download the PDF and read that for detailed analysis of this, because this is something that we would require to fill in that form. So if I download this PDF and open it up, so this is the publication 515, withholding of tax on non-resident aliens and foreign entities. So you can go through all of these sections and tables, but what I am interested in this here at this point in this video is this bookmark called tax treaties. And also you can go on this contents, you can go to page 52, and then there is this tax treaties section. So in this tax treaties section, what we are looking for is that specific treaty, specific paragraphs which mention your country and that tax treaty number for your country. Previously in this publication 515, those tables were put in this publication, but now they are on a separate PDF file, and for that you have to go to this section text treaty tables, and there is this link which I will show you in a minute. So if you open up this link, you will be able to download those tables. So after opening up that link, it goes to this page, and what you are interested and what you need to download is this table 1 of the tax treaties. And if I download this and open up, let me show you what I get. So this is the table 1 of that I just downloaded. Now in this table you will see the mention of the countries names and the certain articles, certain treaty names or whatever thing, numbers or whatever you want to call it, that are required to be filled in that form. And at the top you make sure that instead of checking this interest, dividends, pension and annuities, what you are looking for is the copyrights and royalties, because this video is based on on that topic. You are earning royalty for your photography material, graphic material, artistic works in the form of still images maybe, or in the form of moving images, like I already said, in the form of stock videos. So this is what we are interested in. So if your country's name is not mentioned in this table, it comes under the other countries, which I will just show you here. In the other countries, for each and every other country, the tax would withholding tax would be 30%. So even if you do not, if your country is not listed in this section, your withholding tax will be 30%. So even if you do not fill this form, or you fill this form, it doesn't matter. Most of the cases, if you fill it, that's okay, but even if you do not fill it, it does not give you any harm. That's my opinion. But if the that company or website requires you to fill it, you can fill it, but it will not help you in any kind of reduced withholding tax. So this is what we are looking for now. So if you have your name of the country is mentioned in this table, and what you should be looking for is under this royalties section. So for example, let's say this is Sri Lanka, or maybe let's choose another country, maybe Romania. So if I have selected this Romania as my country, what I need to fill here is that if I go to the form, so it means what should I put here is that the beneficial owner is claiming the provisions of article and paragraph. Now what should be the paragraph? The paragraph written here for Romania, for example, in this case is let me just highlight this thing. Okay, so the paragraph for Romania is going to be this one, 12.2. So in this form you should put 12 and 2. So this is how you are going to fill it for your specific country. So the paragraph is 12.2, and what should you put in the other, this percentage, how much percentage is going to be deducted as withholding tax. So if you will refer to the table, for this table, it shows us that there is a 10% withholding for that country Romania, for any kind of copyrighted royalties or any kind of copyrighted works, and also for film and stock, for microstock videos and stock videos. Actually it is 10%. I think this is again, I just lose it. So yeah, it is 10%. So this is what we are going to fill in it, and make sure that you are filling it according to the table and the rate that is mentioned in here for your specific country. For some countries it is 0%. For example, in this Switzerland it is 0%, it's in this Netherlands it's 0%. So make sure that you are filling it according to that table. So what's next thing is that specific type of income. So the type of income is that copyright material. In fact, I have put it in a notepad. So in this section you will need to put it as copyright royalties and artistic works. So copyright royalties and artistic works, because you are either selling microstocks, videos, or the stock videos, or stock photos, or stock vectors, these kind of things, or for example, as I said, print on demand products. So make sure that you put copyright royalties and artistic works in this section, and in the next section explain the additional conditions in the article and the paragraph. So in this additional condition, and this has been a little bit problematic for those who are selling in Zazzle. So in according to my experience, if you put these words, this sentence on it, you will have your form accepted by that specific company. So if I just copy it and put it on the table, so this is what you need to type in this scene. Beneficial owner is the resident of country. Make sure that I have just put the word country here. Make sure that you put your own country name. So as I have filled this above these fields according to Romania, so let's put Romania here. Copyright royalties on artistic works sold through US company have this much percentage withholding tax rate. So the percentage that we have put here, 10%, and it was in that table that I have just shown you a few minutes ago. So 10% withholding rate, this is what we need to put here. 10% withholding rate as per IRS publication 515 that I have shown you earlier, and page. So we need to refer to the page on which these tax treaties are present. So if we go back to that publication and see that the page number of this tax treaty, so the page number is mentioned as 52. So we need to put the page 52, and previously this table was present on these pages in this publication itself, in this PDF, but later on they separated it out. But again the table is the same, the table 1. So this tax treaty table that I've just shown you is called table 1, and if you put the remaining of this text, that's okay, but if you just put the word table 1, that would be still be okay. And again, this is how you fill the form. Next is now you are good to go on this section. Next is this certification, and in this certification, if you want to print this form and sign it with hand, that's okay, but if you want digital signatures, you can do that too. You will mention the date here. Make sure that you first before printing this form, make sure that you type your name here correctly. And then in capacity you, if you, again as I already said, this is form only to be filled by the individual, so make sure that you type individual here. So I've typed individual here, and the only thing remaining is that the sign. So if you want to put a digital signature, you can click here, and it will give you the option to configure digital ID. So if you configure digital ID, you can use if you already have created a digital ID, you can use that, or you can create a new digital ID that is separate, I think, a topic, but mostly it is okay if you just print it out, sign this form, and put the date here, and then scan it, or maybe take a picture with your phone and upload it to that specific website that is requiring you to fill this form. Now this is how you fill a W-8BEN form as an individual. Now if I have missed something, or something is not clear to you, you can ask me in the comments below, and if possible I will try to answer that question if I know the answer. Now if this video has been helpful to you, make sure that you like the video, and if you are interested in earning online, you can also subscribe to this channel. It's totally free, and don't forget to press that bell icon so that you can be notified about my future videos as well. And thank you for watching.